Perhaps you're somebody who's genuinely sick and tired of being on and off with this consistency. You go, I don't know, maybe you go 3-4 days, maybe one day, everything is dialed in regarding your diet, your training and everything, and then next thing you know, boom, you fall off. And in this video, I'm going to explain something that hopefully is going to help you with your perspective when it comes to consistency, and hopefully you become more consistent, bi-idhnillah, by Allah's permission. And before I get into that, we have to first understand the psychology of why do we find it hard to be consistent in the first place. Like, what is it about doing something on a regular basis consistently that we don't like? Because let's face it, if you're avoiding something, right, it probably means that the brain just simply doesn't like it. It's uncomfortable, hence it escapes from it, right? If it was something that people would enjoy, people wouldn't be struggling with consistency. If you were not struggling with consistency and you didn't find discomfort in that, you wouldn't even tap on this video, right? And I personally think that the reason why people struggle with consistency is that if you look at the foundation, the essence of what is consistency, you'll find that it's just something that is very repetitive. And that in itself is something that many people just simply don't like. They don't like to do something that is really repetitive. Why? Because it's boring. Simply because it's boring. And what I want you to do to actually make consistency easier, and this is literally the answer of this entire video, is that you have to embrace boredom. Embrace it. And I'll be honest, like if you guys were to look at my daily tasks, at my routines, and at my things that I have to do on a regular basis that are absolutely non-negotiable, you'll find that it's boring because it's very, very repetitive. And I'm fully aware of that. And I think that's one of the biggest problems with a lot of people when it comes to not just consistency, but even other things in life, is that your expectation is just not correct. You enter into a workout plan, a diet plan, whatever, thinking that the consistency part is going to be easy. No. You have to first expect it to be hard. You have to acknowledge, embrace, and accept the fact that being consistent is hard. Because guess what happens? Once you enter into that diet plan or that workout plan or whatever, knowing that it is going to be hard to be consistent with, when that hardship hits you, you're going to be like, oh, I expected this. This is not a surprise, right? I was warned about this. I knew that this was going to come up. For example, imagine you have person A and person B, right? And both of them, you tell both of them that, hey, listen, you have to pick up this weight, right? Let's say it's a bag, it's a heavy bag, and you tell both of them you have to pick up this bag. But the difference between person A and person B is that for the first person, you tell them, hey, listen, it's just a weight. Like, it's just a bag, you got to lift it. Not knowing that it's a heavy bag. I'm not going to tell him. And then person B, I warn him beforehand. I tell him in advance, hey, listen, brother, by the way, this bag is heavy. Just letting you know. I'm just letting you know it's a heavy bag. Now person A is going to go and try to pick up that bag, not even thinking that, not knowing that it's going to be heavy. And the moment he faces some difficulty, the moment he realizes that it's hard, he gives up. He quits. He slacks off, right? He's like, wait a second. He's going to tell himself, wait, I was not expecting this. I didn't know it was going to be heavy. Nobody told me that it was going to be heavy. There was no expectation for it to be heavy. So the moment he faces some kind of difficulty, he quits. Person B, on the other hand, he comes mentally prepared. He knows that it's going to be heavy. He comes in prepped up mentally, everything. He picks it up with actual high effort, right? And the moment he faces some kind of difficulty, the moment he realizes that it is heavy, he's not surprised. He will tell himself, well, I expected it. Like, it's not a surprise. And he's going to push through it. Because he knew it was going to be heavy. He knew it. Same thing with other areas in your life, brother. If you tell yourself before going into it that it's going to be easy, then the moment some kind of difficulty comes to you, some kind of hardship comes to you, you say to yourself, whoa, this was not expected, hence you quit. When you face the boredom, you tell yourself, wait, this was expected. And watch, brother, it's going to become easier. I have to record 3 to 4 reels on a regular basis. I have to get my steps in on a regular basis. I have to record at least one long format YouTube video on a regular basis. And some days I don't want to, brother, but I have to push through it. I have to embrace the boredom. And you know what? You know what, bro? You just have to accept, you have to understand that when you do these things on a regular basis, brother, when you don't want to, you have to understand that these things will pay off by Allah's permission. You know, it goes back to the thing that it goes back to the ice melting analogy. I made an entire YouTube video. If you haven't listened to it, I highly recommend you to actually listen to it. It's on my channel. It's like 2 videos before this. You have to understand, brother, that every single day counts, brother. You know, if we, like, again, once again, going back, the ice melting analogy, right? It's the ice melts at 0 degrees for pure water. And every single degree counts. It doesn't melt at -6, -5, -4. It melts at 0. But it has to go through all those temperature points to eventually get to 0. So what you have to tell yourself in the back of your mind is, number 1, embrace the boredom, and number 2, know that it will pay off no matter how boring the inputs seem. It's gonna pay off by Allah's permission. Listen, brother, that's pretty much it for this video. Once again, short and sweet, quality over quantity. If you listen to this entire thing with the intention of benefiting from it, I appreciate you. And as always, take care of yourself.